Hello everybody. So this is finding all 6 trig ratios. So this is the definition of all 6. And remember, you're going to pronounce this sine. And this you're going to pronounce cosecant. Don't say CSC. Oh my gosh, no. Every person that knows math, if you said CSC to them, the hair on the back of their neck is going to stand up. They'll be like, oh, okay. All right, the vein in the forehead's going to pop. Cosine and secant. That's how you pronounce that, secant. So again, you're saying cosine. You're not saying cos. You're not saying sin. You say the whole word, okay? So you say cosine of theta, secant of theta. And this is how you spell secant. That's how you spell cosecant, okay? Tangent, cotangent. And that's how you spell cotangent, okay? We know sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite. So these two are reciprocals of each other. Okay? So the sine of theta is 1 over cosecant theta, or cosecant theta is 1 over sine. They're reciprocals of each other. Cosine and secant. Oops, I got this typo wrong. That's adjacent. Sorry about that, you guys. That's adjacent. Okay? They're reciprocals of each other. Okay? So, cosine of theta is equal to 1 over secant, or secant of theta is 1 over cosine theta. Again, they're reciprocals of each other. Tangent, cotangent. They're reciprocals of each other. Okay? The reason I'm making a deal of that is because if someone asked me to find secant of some angle, I don't look at this. I go, oh, I find cosine, get an answer, let's say it's 2/3, and then I just take the reciprocal. I've got a very finite capacity to memorize stuff. I don't memorize these 3 definitions. I stick with the original 3, and if they want one of them, I just take the reciprocal. Okay? All right? I'll show you. They give you all this information, blah, 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 blah. Find me cosecant of p. So they want cosecant of p. Cosecant is related to sine. So I first find sine of p. Sine of p is going to be your opposite side over your hypotenuse, because it's sine. So I'm going to stand on p. This side is your opposite. This side is your hypotenuse. So the sine of p is going to be 80 over 89. So, ergo, therefore, cosecant of p is going to be 89/80. There you go. So I find the cofunction, I find the sine, and take the reciprocal. Okay? Secant of p. So they want the secant of, e. Secant of e. Secant is related to cosine. So I find the cosine, of e. Cosine is your adjacent over your hypotenuse. Stand on e. This side is your adjacent. This side is your hypotenuse. So that would be 5/13. So secant of e is the reciprocal, so 13/5. There it is right there. Okay. Sine of d. Okay. Sine of d. So d, sine is your opposite over your hypotenuse. Opposite. That's your opposite side. Standing on d, that's opposite. This is your hypotenuse. 7/25. Done. There's nothing else to do. Cotangent of b. So I would find the tangent of b, which is your opposite over your adjacent. B. So we're standing at B this time. This side is your opposite. This side is your adjacent. Opposite over adjacent would be 24/7. So cotangent of B is going to be 7/24. Okay. That's it. Thank you guys for your time. Have yourself a great one.